Kalil joins us. I was just talking about you, Kalil. I was talking about your NFL Network piece, which was stellar. Very good entertainment value.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I listen to your show a lot, so I try to apply some of those lessons to that segment. And I think it worked out great.
It's the best thing you've done since the newspaper ad. Seriously.
Oh, no! I thought statute of limitations was up on the newspaper ad.
I'm proud of that writing. I got a lot of English teachers who are proud of that writing.
I think this was your best work since you and Will Ferrell getting together.
Probably like 8 of them.
But this time you branched out on your own. You said, I don't need him and this buddy comedy anymore.
Exactly. It's like a boy band. I went solo.
Well, speaking of music, though, we were talking about this earlier, too, off the air. We didn't talk about this on the air, but now it's going to be on the air. The picture of you and Olsen at the Taylor Swift show, where y'all are putting your hands together, smiling, you're making this little heart thing. Like, were you guys really into it? Were you going for cheesy comedy? Like, were your families really there? Was that a cover? Like, Panther Nation really needs to know these things.
All of the above. All of the above. No, listen, I enjoy a little taste whistle. You gotta remember, I got little girls now. So I'm doing that stuff 24/7.
I remember Tate Biddle. I don't remember Tate Biddle.
That's just
Tate Biddle.
That's just the nickname we call it.
That's right. My son jams out to Bad Blood, though. So I got to listen to this stuff. So he loves it.
Yeah.
He's going crazy.
No, it's good. It's gonna be fun.
All right, somehow we got to get to football here. I have to segue. It's not smooth for me, Ryan. It's not Ryan Kalil from the Panthers. Let's talk about this offensive line, man. You talked about him a couple of weeks ago. I heard some comments from you when camp started, and you were really getting the back of this line. You talking. I love the way the 4 guys that are back blended last year at the end of the year. It really feels like you can build on that. What are your thoughts on that? Like, you guys got better as a unit when the year went on. How much does that stuff carry over, or is that something where we talk too much about?
No, absolutely. I think experience is huge in this league, and there's no doubt in my mind that this group is across the board one of the most talented groups I've played with since I've been here. But very inexperienced early on, especially last year. Had some guys go down. We had a lot of young faces come in. So as the season went on, those guys got better, and I think that was kind of the result of our group playing better towards the end there. And even though the NFC South was struggling, we were able to push through and finish out strong at the end. And I think they had a lot to do with it. So starting this year now, I think we're in a better place starting point, just with the experience these guys gained. They're still getting better. We still got a lot of room to grow. That's a good thing too.
I remember Ron last year at the presser when he said, guys, just so you know, when you guys are on a roll, he said, just so you know, that offensive line just played his 5th game in a row together. I mean, we as a fan, we're sitting there, go just pancake that number, just knock him on his ass, okay?
Whoa, watch yourself.
Yeah, I was going to say. Sometimes we don't understand it is teamwork, and you've got to know what you got on your left, you got on your right, you're doing all this stuff. It might be boring to us, but that playing together thing, that was gold for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's one of the few positions where you really depended on the guy next to you, and that sounds like a bad cliche, but it's so true. And you really are only as good as the guy you play next to. So it's funny because, like, as a center, I play both the right and left guard, and how I step with the right guard is different from how I step with the left guard, depending on who's in there. Because you really got to know your personalities and feel the guys. And so early on last year, I didn't know what was going on. It was a lot of guessing. And not just for me, but vice versa for them. They never played with me and the tackles, and so you talk about continuity, and that's huge. And so I'm really happy with where we are right now.
He's gone now, but was Byron Bell given too much criticism during the season and then afterwards? And to this day, is he given too much criticism?
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of that goes with just how your team is doing. So your team's struggling, people look to kind of blame people. He had a couple games in there that I think people kind of spread out for the entire season. Byron did a lot of good things, and I think that's why he's got a job in Tennessee right now.
What about Mike Lore? Same thing. I mean, I got to admit, I'm sitting here, and I'm a guy that likes the Panthers. Also, I follow the Ravens and have for years. And Michael Lore, I thought on the right side, was pretty darn solid. Left side, it seemed like he would struggle there. Like, you're practicing with him. Are we a little too hard on him? I mean, is he? Are you guys good at? How much faith do you have in him?
Well, I've watched a lot of Mike Lore tape, and some of his best years were in Baltimore when he played left tackle. And last couple seasons, Mike's been hurt. People forget about that. So, he had the procedure on his toe. He had some time off to get healthy, and he looks really good right now. So, I think we're excited with Mike, and glad we took a chance on him. We gave him some time to rehab and heal, and I think he's
you mentioned listening to this show at times. When you listen, like I can only imagine listening to a radio show. Like I'm driving to work, and I got dudes that aren't even in that business, and their job is to criticize and critique what I do at work. Like I could only imagine. Do you listen, and are you like, oh, I made an okay point, or do you listen? And you're like, man, these dudes are just lost. Like, what are your feelings? Your true feelings?
No, but I mean, honestly, both. That's true. I mean, but part of it is because you just there's so many things that go inside the building that people don't know about that it's hard to, but you have to be able to talk about it. So it's hard to be upset with people when they don't really know, but they still, on the surface, I mean, yeah, I can understand why they would say the things they say. Or you know, I think for the most part, though, but yeah, there are a lot of things that you do get right, and it's tough to kind of agree with because it's part of your reality, but you got to figure out how to have solutions for those things. And so that's the hardest thing, is figuring out what the problem is and then trying to find a solution for a lot of stuff.
When we were screwing up, what you should do is just call in as like Trojan Man, right? Like it could be your alias, Trojan Man, you're from USC, and just, hey, this is Trojan Man, okay? You know, you just scream. We won't tell anybody it's Ryan Kalil at all. You know, it'd just be a very down low thing.
Got it.
Then we'll play that sound effect for you when you call in. All right, man.
I'll call in as El Bandito.
Okay, there we go. We're waiting for that call. We will not. I don't know if I should hold my breath, but we will wait for that call.
About you calling in as El Bandito, let me see if I can find this real fast here.
All right, everybody. Ryan Kalil, Pro Bowl center for York Carolina.